Hey there, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a quick little 35-point War Machine battle report, and it's going to be against my brother, and he said, hey, I want to try something out, don't make it competitive or anything, but okay, I just painted Fiona the Black, so I thought, let's give her a try. On his side, it turns out he's trying out Scorn. So this is a faction again. He's never tried this before. He actually has never tried really Hordes before. He had Legion for a little while, but I don't think he even played a single game. Just kind of had the models and just never really got into it. So this will be kind of interesting. See what he does. So I'm running, like I said, Fiona the Black, and she's running a Freebooter and a Buccaneer. I have Blith and Bull on the left, the Cutthroats in the front, Min Boomhowlers. She also has the Min Cultists, the Sea Dogs there, and then also have the Max Assassins over there with the UA. For his part, he is going to be running it with the Bronzeback, with the Gladiator, the Brute, the Kreia, the Agonizer, Max Annihilators. He has the Pain Givers there, the Will Breaker, and believe that's it. And Morghoul, of course, too. This scenario here, too, is just an incursion fast one we threw down. First one to 5, and a turn 1. Either the left or the right one will disappear. You get 1 for controlling and 2 for dominating if it's the far one. So really, my plan for this is to get up there, probably jam and try and win by scenario. But at the same time, I'm just going to kind of see what this caster can do. She has a lot of very unique spells, and I just want to kind of see how good they are. So I get first turn, and I'm really just moving on up there. I put Roth's Mercy up on the Boomhowler, so that if they try and kill Boomhowler, I can just kind of throw it off somewhere else. I also put Affliction up onto the Assassins there, the Kayazi, just to kind of make sure that whatever they go after, they kill. And on his turn, he's really just kind of moving up as well. He had put Rush up onto the Gladiator, get a little bit farther up there. And for the most part, not going up as far as I kind of thought, but that's pretty much it. The flag that goes away is the one on the right, so that's probably not too bad. I mean, the Assassins would have done really well at trying to block him away from it, but on the left side, I have that force there blocking a big part of his path, so I can work around that too. So on my turn, that's where I kind of realized that I probably didn't do my turn right. Because he doesn't really have any armor, Affliction on the Kayazi was probably a big waste, plus it cost so much that I couldn't get out my Arc Node spell. So I let that drop, I keep up the Roth's Mercy on the Boomhowlers, and for the most part, I really just kind of go and bog him down. The Cutthroats, they just stand and shoot against the Annihilators. I actually hit and knock one down right away from him toughing, and then he just continued to tough until like the very last shot. So they really did not do as much as I'd hoped. Then they go and just bushwhack up to go and just get in the way. Blith and Bull just kind of move up to get to the one flag. They had prayed the Gladiator, by the way. And then meanwhile, the Kayazi, they just run up to engage. The Boomhowlers, 4+ tough and moving up. And just really getting up there. Of course, the Buccaneer ran back over here to the left to kind of be more relevant. And that's really it. So on his turn, the Annihilators try and swing as best they can. They kill 2 of the Kayazi. Morghoul goes on a killing spree, just going and moving up and killing 4 or 3 of the Crow's Cutthroats, and then just kind of sprinting back there. So I kind of forgot about sprint. I knew that he could kill a lot of guys, but I forgot he could sprint back after. So meanwhile, then, he doesn't really do too much else with the Beast, kind of consolidating and moving up. The Agonizer just kind of ran up to make sure to contest the left flag, and that's really it. Oh, sorry, there's also the Brute that got in there and tried doing some killing as well, but just could not hit the Kayazi. He killed one of them. He had boosted and killed one, but then he tried going after a Boomhowler, and I just toughed it out. So in my turn, I was kind of not happy with what I did with my magic again before, because I realized, why did I not get down the Telgesh mark earlier to get that arc node and just shooting off soul fires, right? If I had done that, I could have easily killed that agonizer before it was an issue. So again, I'm just kind of learning as I go, realizing how she probably should be used as a caster. So I upkept the Roth's Mercy through one focus onto the Buccaneer so that he could boost his shot onto the brute and knock him down. The assassins charge and they kill a good number of the Annihilators and do a good number to the brute as well, taking out his mind. On the left side there, yeah, I charged in with the two cutthroats, did nothing with them. They're just really there to get in the way. Otherwise, I go and I aim with Bull to try and shoot down the Agonizer, roll one shot, roll like garbage, nothing happens. And then otherwise, yeah, I just kind of moved up to the Boom Howlers. Oh, sorry, they had the charge run, so that at least they could go and kill that Agonizer. And then the other ones are just in the way. Pirates kind of running over just to kind of bog up there and also be in a little spot where they can be with Fiona. And then Fiona finally put out that Telgesh mark onto the freebooter. I'd actually did a Soulfire attempt as well onto the Agonizer that failed, and then I popped my feat. So the feat is pretty powerful. You know, when you're -1 dice to attack and for damage, that's what really makes this jam work, because really when this happens, especially the Kayazi, it's so tough to kill anything. So on this turn, I'm going to score 1 on the left, and not looking too bad. On his turn there, he really is trying and get something over there to the left. So he puts Russia to the Gladiator and tries charging over, but just can't get far enough. He also fails to kill that Boom Howler, so he really did not get much done. But hey, you know, look at that. I mean, it took 4 Fury just to do that, right? 1 to charge, 2 for rush, 1 to boost, just so you have at least 2 attack dice, and that's really it. Otherwise, he, of course, was able to kill both of the cutthroats with the bronze back. The brute stands up, but at 0 dice unless he heals them. He was not going to kill anything. Didn't kill any Kayazi with the Annihilators. And yeah, other than that, Morghoul moves up, misses a spell to try and damage some of these. I think it was good damage. I don't know. I think it was Torment or something he was trying to cast on me, but he failed it anyway. And then Paingivers is running up to get in the way, and that's really it. So I score again on the left, so it's 2-0. And so looking at this, all I need to do is kill the brute, score on the middle flag, run over to dominate on the left, and that's game over. So that's really what I do. I come over, I put 1 into the Buccaneer. He actually popped his feat last turn, so that's kind of a bigger deal where I can't do any focus. So, I mean, one of my ideas before this was like, oh, I can go and I can double hand throw the Gladiator into the woods or something like that. But really then I just go and I put 2 in the Buccaneer. He charges over because he has Assault. I can throw that net at him and I ignore that he's in combat and all that. Boost to hit, and unfortunately I miss. So that's not that big of a deal. The Kayazi pop their mini feet. They charge over, and it really came down to like the last guy. But I was able to kill him. The Pirates run over just to go and score on the middle flag. Fiona runs over to the left flag. But one of the things is that after when I had charged the Brute is that the Bronzeback countercharge. Now he didn't go and kill anyone, luckily, but he did get close to that flag. But when we measured it, he was just out, could not contest, so I get, you know, a total of 5 points and win-off scenario. So overall, looking at the game, I kind of like Fiona. She's kind of interesting, has her own spells, but it seems for the most part you shouldn't really be focusing on just the upkeeps. You really need to get out that Telgesh mark early and then almost run her like a Gatling gun of Soulfire. So, you know, I still have to play with her a little bit more, figure her out. But hey, you know, for a Merc caster where you're basically focus 8, it's pretty awesome. Especially if I get something else in there, say like Silas, to try and make it so I get one of those upkeeps for free. You know, she could probably do a lot of work from pretty far back. For my brother's part, hey, you know what? It was a pretty tough game. He did not have a really good answer to the Kayazi. It's the first time playing Scorn, first time really doing the hordes, and I'm sure in the future he'll be pretty interesting to play against because he actually has a lot of other stuff that, of course, he didn't use here. He has the Mammoth. He has a lot of stuff. And then, of course, Scorn, they have a lot of tricks. So once he starts pulling out some nasty stuff, it's going to be pretty dangerous. But either way, thanks for watching. Bye.